Yeah, as we see, we must pay more close attention to this garbage now, because we got a lot of garbage on the table that needs to be dusted out. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And they should pay the price. And they should be criticized by all means and not reelected. Let those 10 go. 10 of 19 only leaves 9 betrayers. As we see, as we see, so something ain't looking too kosher here as we move forward in these years to come. So we see the plot to destroy Donald J. Trump in its mix right inside his own party. That is unusual. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, no wonder the demon Democrats, no matter the Republicans, always seem to be the clown show. Sabotage like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But heading into Tuesday, Republicans, Washington State acknowledged that there is considerable uncertainty in both primaries, leading many in the state to believe it is possible, if not likely, that they could survive. No, they should not survive. Because you voted to impeach the President of the United States that you helped sabotage from the inside of the Republican Party. So, how the fuck can you be trusted? You answer that question. How in the world can you truly be trusted to run political issues in our country? And remember, when these political issues are put on the table, it comes down on the American people head. And that was not a good example coming from the Republican Party, especially inside the Republican Party as a whole. If the voters was head to if the voters was votes was held a month after the impeachment decision, they probably would have lost. hmm I sure hope they would have, though. They probably would have lost. You know what I'm saying? Said one Washington Republican operative. But given 9% inflation, given the high cost price gas prices we saw, if you are talking with conservative voters, they may be with the concern more concerned with current uh, situations in the country than are 16 or 18 months than they are 16 months and 18 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Harris Butler is facing off against a series of opponents who have attacked her for the impeachment vote, including Arthur Handy or whatever, St. John State Republican Vicky Crabb, and retired Special Forces Officer Joe Kent, who Trump has backed. And he should. Newhouse, likewise, faced a series of Republicans who have hammered him for his vote, including former NASCAR driver Gerard Cesare, or whatever his name is, state Republican, Brad Kelpert, you know what I'm saying, and excuse me, and vocal election uh, denier Lauren Culp, who has been endorsed by Trump, and they should be, because they stayed loyal to Trump and they stayed loyal to the Republican Party. They deserve all things, but the other 10, Butler and all of them, Harisha, whatever they need to be removed. All 10 Republicans who voted to impeach Trump should not be reelected. They cannot be trusted. They are sabotaging the Republican Party from the inside out, just like Michael Pence. You know what I'm saying? So we know the bullshit. Now we have another story coming up on the table here from Dr. Fauci, debunk Fauci, the killing weasel, along with Bill Goat, nutcase ass, Luciferian blood sucking Gates. If you aren't up to date on COVID and the boots, you're going to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Party, director of national. He's not no director. He's an idiot. He's a Luciferian and he's a blood killer. He's a murderer. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I see in him. But now we see him talking about infectious disease in response to questions. This is coming from Anika Kim Constantino or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Coming off of whatever news publishing the and share the health and wellness news, I guess. And here he's saying that the response to the question, Senator Ron Paul, Republican of Kentucky, during a Senate Health, Education, Leave and Pension Committee hearing to examine the federal response to the COVID disease and so on in new emerging virus. You know what I'm saying? If you aren't up to date on the COVID, you know what I'm saying, and the boots, you know what I'm saying, Dr. Funk Party, the killing weasel, has a stark warning for you. Yeah, he must be our fucking mother, this bloodthirsty vampire. You have nerve to put anything on anybody after what you did to the world for over 47 something years or more, especially in Africa. Now that we see the South Africans are over there saying that people are this and that because you're doing this and that and you haven't caught on yet in South Africa. You need to get rid of certain things that you are following and allowing to be chumped into your brain to believe that it's so. There is no reason for South Africans to do so. You have all those herbal medicines and different things over there, and one of the probably some of the greatest doctors over there in the world. And you can't get it together. You over here talking this garbage, same shit. I told you in South Africa before, when they put that factory there, calling themselves making this and making that, do not go for it. You need to burn it down. It's Luciferian in its fullness. You know what I'm saying? And many will pass. If you aren't up to date on your COVID whatever, or the pair of boot or the triple boots. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Funk Pachi, the killing motherfucking weasel, warns you get those get those now, and prepare for a harsh what never fall. COVID fall, I guess. If they don't get the fresh orange juice or apple juice, they don't get the pair of boots on. Two, three, four of them boots in you. They they're going to get into trouble. Fauci, killing weasel, and Creepy Joe, the motherfucking died. Chief medical advisor to Los Angeles radio station KNX News 91%. You know what I'm saying? I mean, KNX at 97.1, KNX in depth Tuesday. Nobody give a flying fuck about that clown. And if you still following that beast, you going to be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? We need to get him out of our government. We need to get him out of the position he in, because he's not no head of the director of disease, and he's always been there just doing what he's doing in many ways. If you go back and look at his life from the very beginning, all the way back to when he got into, his father was a pharmacist. So imagine what they probably was doing there with their sadistic ass. And then he got into fraternal order school, you know what I'm saying, of the Catholics, and then he went into the fraternal order school, and then he went into the lab, working in the laboratory and so on, and being a pharmacist and so on and so on. And then before you know it, he was in Nade's laboratory, removed the end of the eye and what he have, and then he moved on to they offered him the position, I guess, around the time of Nixon and shit. And then he's been in there doing this garbage all the way, but he never left the Nade's laboratory. I wonder why, you know what I'm saying? And we know what he was doing in the Nade's, and it's all over. He's talking about war now and all this different stuff, you know what I'm saying? But we know that the killing weasel is responsible, just along with Bill Gates and his parents and family, for a lot that you see went on across this planet, even in Africa. You know what I'm saying? With the little children. hmm hmm Star, January 6th witness, Rusty Bowers, lose Arizona GOP primary to Trump back rival, and he should with his cue ball ass and go sit down somewhere with his old washed up prune looking self. He should have lost more than that. Now we have a story up here talking about a food blogger who uh, illegally great cooked and ate a great white shark. Yeah, they'll eat just about anything. And look who it is that did that ate a great white shark on live stream, pays up to 10 years in prison. She should get more than that. They're coming over here with that nastiness. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And we know your phenotype and who you share phenotype with. So don't think that you're some special group coming over here. You know what I'm saying? You got them Egyptian eyes from Genghis Khan. You stole them eyes from Egypt, really. You know what I'm saying? Talking about that bullshit. And of the eating all kind of nastiness. They've been doing that shit for years. They're the worst of the worst of the group. You know what I'm saying? Now we see Suffolk County opinion. Why did two Democrats help Republicans kill the public campaign financing? Because they need to get rid of your demon Democrat ass up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And I guess your own kind is gonna betray you too. But you ain't got no time to worry about your bullshit. New York City is desperate to house the homeless. A bitter fight in the Bronx over housing people leaving Rikers shows why that's so hard. Yeah, it's so hard, all right.